You're doing everything, right? You're in the gym 5, maybe 6 days a week. You're crushing it. You're all in on high-intensity interval training. You're pushing your heart rate to the max, sweating, grinding, earning your rest. You've embraced the no pain, no gain philosophy. So why are you completely exhausted all the time? Why are you always sore, irritable, and waking up at 3 a.m.? Tired but wired. Why has that last bit of stubborn fat stopped moving, no matter how hard you push? Why do you feel strong in the gym but gassed walking up a few flights of stairs? You've been told no excuses is the only way and you've accepted the pain. But you're not getting the gain. You're running on an empty tank, and you're convinced the solution is just to push the accelerator even harder. What if I told you the problem isn't your effort? What if the problem is the method? I'm Dr. Psych, and today I'm going to tell you why I personally quit doing HIIT as my only form of cardio, and why I embraced a strategy that feels too easy but is the real, sustainable key to metabolic health, fat loss, and true longevity. I remember my own breaking point. I was addicted to the pain, addicted to the 10 out of 10 effort. My smartwatch was my boss, and it was a terrible one. But I was a mess. My sleep tracker showed almost zero deep sleep. My blood work showed my cortisol, my stress hormone, was perpetually high. My check engine light was on, and I just kept revving the engine. The fitness world is obsessed with intensity. I'm here to make the science-backed case for slowing down, so you can finally, truly, get ahead. First, let's be clear. HIIT is not bad. It is a potent tool, but it has been sold as the only tool. And for the average person, it's a tool they are using far too often and at the wrong time. Why are we so addicted to intensity? Because it's fast, it's efficient, it feels productive, it fits our life hack culture. We want to 10x our lives, so we try to 10x our workouts. We treat our bodies like a startup we need to scale. But here's the truth, biology doesn't 10x, it adapts. HIIT session is a massive stressor. It's a code red for the body. This is a good thing in small doses. That stress is the signal that tells your body to adapt. But most of us are already drowning in stress. Stress from work, stress from finances, stress from poor sleep, stress from digital notifications. Our baseline is a 7 out of 10. We then go into the gym and crank that dial to an 11. We are trying to put out a fire with gasoline. And we're wondering why we're burned out. This is where the magic in the middle comes in. The style of cardio we've all been taught to skip because it feels too boring. Most people live at two extremes. Zone 1, which is sitting on the couch or a light walk, and Zone 5, which is that all out, I can't breathe, HIIT sprint. We're missing the most important zone of all. Zone 2 cardio is simply the highest level of aerobic activity you can sustain. For a very long time. Now I know what you're thinking. That's boring. That's just jogging. How can I be burning fat if I'm not dying? We've been conditioned to equate sweat and pain with results. But your body's biology tells a very different story. So how do you find your Zone 2? You don't need a fancy watch. All you need is the talk test. It's this simple. You should be able to have a full, back and forth conversation with the person next to you, but they should know you are exercising. You're not gasping, but you're not just walking in the park. Let's get technical for a second. Why does this work? This talk test is a near-perfect proxy for your first ventilatory threshold. It's the point where your body is still clearing lactate, a metabolic byproduct, as fast as it's producing it. You are in a state of sustainable output. The second you can no longer speak in full sentences. The second you start huffing and puffing, you've crossed into Zone 3, your body has switched its primary fuel source, and you've lost the magic. When you first try this, it will feel too slow. Your ego will hate it. You will be on the treadmill, and the person next to you will be sprinting, and you will feel lazy. You will want to push harder. This is the test. The discipline is not to push harder. The discipline is to hold back. So why is this boring pace the secret? The answer is in your cells. It's all about your mitochondria. Think of mitochondria as the tiny power-generating engines inside every cell. They are responsible for creating the energy that powers your life. But these engines are like a hybrid car. They can use two different types of fuel. Fuel 1. The electric motor, sugar, glucose. This is your HIIT fuel. It's instant, powerful, and explosive. But the battery is tiny. It's for emergencies. When you do that brutal, all-out sprint, you are only training this tiny, fast-twitch, sugar-burning system. Fuel 2, the gas tank, fat. This is your Zone 2 fuel. It's slower to start, it's less explosive, but the fuel tank is massive. Even the leanest person has tens of thousands of calories in fat stores. This is your cross-country, all-day fuel tank. Here is the problem, most of us, by living on sugar and only training in high intensity, are so metabolically inflexible that our bodies have forgotten how to switch over to the gas tank. We are fantastic at burning our tiny battery of sugar, and the second it runs out, which it does 90 minutes after your last meal, we bonk. We hit the 3 p.m. wall. We crave more sugar. Zone 2 cardio is the only type of training that teaches your body how to get better at pulling from the fat tank, but it gets so much better. This is the part that changes everything for longevity. Zone 2 training doesn't just use your mitochondria. It builds more of them. It triggers a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. It's like taking your body's single-engine prop plane and turning it into a fleet of 747s. It increases both the number of mitochondria you have and the efficiency of those engines. So why do we want more, better engines? Because that unlocks 3 superpowers that height-only training will never give you. Superpower. #1. You become a 24/7 fat-burning machine. The problem with HIIT is you only burn a significant amount of fat in the short window after you're done. By training in Zone 2, you are fundamentally rewiring your body's default fuel source. Your body learns to prefer fat for fuel, not just during your workout, but as you sit here watching this video. This is the real key to sustainable fat loss, and it's not just fat. It's insulin sensitivity. By becoming a better fat burner, your body doesn't need to rely on sugar all day. It stops the 3 p.m. energy crash. It quiets the sugar cravings. Why? Because your body knows it can just calmly tap into its own fat stores. Your muscles become a glucose sink, pulling sugar out of your bloodstream, without your pancreas needing to scream by releasing a flood of insulin. Superpower number 2, the true longevity engine. This is the big one. We're all going to live long. The question is, how well are we going to live? We are not interested in lifespan. We are interested in healthspan. Mitochondrial dysfunction is a hallmark of aging. It is the root cause linked to almost every chronic disease: Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your body. A fleet of healthy, efficient mitochondria is the single best defense you have against cognitive decline. This isn't just about looking good in a bathing suit. This is about being healthy, sharp, and capable at 50, 60, and 90. Superpower number 3, it makes your HIIT better. The paradox video B-roll, a person doing a single, powerful sprint, then recovering quickly. This is the paradox. I didn't quit HIIT because it's bad. I quit HIIT as my only strategy. The truth is, Zone 2 is the foundation that makes high-intensity work possible and safe. Your fitness is a pyramid. HIIT is the tiny, sharp point at the top. Your Zone 2 aerobic base is the massive foundation. The no excuses crowd is just a tiny, wobbly pyramid. A massive aerobic base means you can clear metabolic waste, like lactate, faster. This means you recover between your HIIT intervals more quickly. You can push harder, safer during your 1 or 2 high-intensity days, and you're not destroyed for 2 days afterward. The no excuses crowd is trying to build a skyscraper without a foundation. We're building the foundation first. So what's the plan? How do you implement this? It's simple and it's sustainable. How often? Aim for 3 to 4 sessions per week. How long? This is the key. The benefits compound after 30 minutes. The sweet spot is 45 to 60 minutes per session. Start with 30 and build. How hard? The talk test? No exceptions. What activity? A fast incline walk on a treadmill, an elliptical, a stationary bike, a rower, jogging, swimming. The modality doesn't matter. The heart rate does. Now let's talk about the common mistakes. Mistake number 1, ego. You will feel slow. You will be on the treadmill and the person next to you will be sprinting. You will be passed by people you think you should be faster than. Let them go. This is a medical intervention, not a race. Your discipline is holding back. Mistake number 2, inconsistency. You cannot do this for 2 weeks and be done. This is not a 30-day challenge. This is brushing your teeth. This is part of your new life. Mistake number 3, not eating enough. People start this, they burn more fat, but they're still in a hustle mindset, so they slash their calories. Your body is not stupid. It will see this as a famine and shut down your metabolism. You must fuel your body to be a burner. This is a philosophy shift. This is a rejection of the hustle and grind sickness that has infected fitness. This is a mature, sustainable, and scientifically backed approach to health. You don't have to destroy yourself to improve yourself. My challenge to you is this. For the next 4 weeks, replace one of your brutal HIIT sessions with one 45-minute Zone 2 session. Just one. Stop relying on the jolt of high intensity and start building the deep, powerful, quiet engine of true metabolic health. Give your body the base it needs, and I promise, the results you've been chasing, the fat loss, the energy, the longevity will finally follow. Are you stuck in the HIIT trap? Let's start a real conversation. Let me know in the comments if you've been feeling burned out and if you're willing to try the talk test this week. If this resonated with you, like and subscribe. Join a community that's choosing to train smarter, not just harder. Be well.